Have you ever dreamed of owning a home in Palm Springs that you can use for your vacations and also rent it out when you're not here? I'm going to give you some ideas on how to make that happen, because having a vacation rental in Palm Springs is not only fun, but can also make you quite a profit. Hi friends, Brandy here. If this is the first time to this channel and you want to know everything about the Palm Springs area, make sure you tap that subscribe button and click the little bell so you'll be notified every time I do a new video. I get calls, texts, and emails every day from people wanting more information about buying here, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about buying a home in the Palm Springs area, make sure you get in touch or simply click on the link below. The Palm Springs area is a great location to buy a vacation rental property. You can use it as a second home and bring in rental income that helps offset some of the costs of ownership. Palm Springs is also one of Airbnb's most popular destinations. That's because of the private homes, and they're very diverse and impressive. We have 9 cities here in the greater Palm Springs, Coachella Valley area, and each city has its own rules and regulations regarding vacation rentals. Some cities here do not allow short-term vacation rentals and others do, and most of the cities allow rental periods of 27 or 30 days or longer. And if the property is in an HOA community, it will have its own vacation rental rules and restrictions as well. However, with a property in an area that allows short-term vacation rentals, you can really maximize your rental income compared to a longer-term rental. Many people looking for a short-term vacation rental are coming here for one of the many events like the Palm Springs Film Festival, Modernism Week, the BNB Paribas Open, the American Express PGA Golf Tournament, and the music festivals, and many other events that take place year-round. Many of these visitors would much rather stay in a nice home with their own private pool and kitchen than stay in a hotel. So the Palm Springs area is one of the top locations for vacation rentals. So that begs the question, which cities allow vacation rentals? Palm Springs allows short-term rental and has a very good website that can explain in detail what you can and cannot do with your vacation rental. For example, Palm Springs allows you to rent your home up to 32 times a year. Remember, some people stay a few nights, some people stay a week, and some people even stay longer. Other cities that allow short-term vacation rentals are Bermuda Dunes, Indio, Desert Hot Springs, and Coachella, and also unincorporated areas around Riverside County. In fact, Indio is the second strongest market for short-term rentals next to Palm Springs. And it's no wonder, as the city of Indio is home to one of the biggest events that occur every year, and that's the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival and Stagecoach Music Festival, which brings upwards of 120,000 people per day, or close to 1 million people over the course of these weekend festivals. Terra Lago in North Indio comes to mind as one of the few gated HOA communities that allow short-term rentals. This gated golf community is a hotspot for short-term rentals. According to AirBNB and VRBO, there are over 50 rentals in this community, and the nightly rates range from about $400 per night to $2,600 per night. Of course, depending on the house size and location. They have lake homes here, private single-family homes, and rolling patrol, which you don't find in many other Palm Springs communities. As far as amenities go, they have a clubhouse with a fitness center, game room, parks, a catch-and-release lake that you can kayak or paddleboard on. I currently have one active listing inside this community, and although it doesn't have a pool, which you typically want when owning a short-term rental, a pool addition is easily accomplished with the exceptionally big backyard and beautiful, expansive views of the golf course behind the home. Homes compared to this one rent around $450 per night. Now let's move to the cities that currently don't allow short-term vacation rentals. Those include Cathedral City, Rancho Mirage, and Indian Wells. La Quinta currently has a moratorium on any new short-term rental permits, and Palm Desert only allows short-term rentals in very few areas. The only exception is if the HOA allows short-term rentals. A couple of communities that currently allow short-term rentals in Palm Desert are Palm Valley Country Club and Monterey Country Club, and there are many more. So be sure to check the HOA rental rules, regulations, and restrictions if you're considering buying a home, because each HOA has different rules and regulations. Remember, a short-term rental is anything 30 days or less, so longer-term rentals are allowed in most areas and HOAs. So how do you take care of a short-term rental? Well, you can either have an outside company manage your vacation rental, or you can manage it yourself. So when considering your expenses, you need to include an outside property manager if you aren't doing it yourself. Other things to consider are the occupancy rate, the time of year, the kind of amenities that a property has, and its location are also factors. And what about determining the potential income from a short-term rental? There are several websites that are available where you can put in an address and it will estimate your monthly income. One of my favorites is AirBNB. You can also use AirBNB Profit Calculator. The best way to market your short-term rental is to use both AirBNB and VRBO. And there are also other websites that you can use. There are also a lot of things needed to make a really successful short-term vacation rental, such as amenities. Some of the must-haves here in Palm Springs are that it needs to be very attractive, have a pool, updated furniture, newer appliances, Wi-Fi, digital entry systems and security cameras, and you want your place to look much better than the competition. There are really a lot of benefits of owning a short-term vacation rental property. If you rent out your home for more than 14 days per year, the property is treated very much like a rental property by the IRS. The HOA fees and the mortgage interest expenses have similar guidelines to real estate taxes when it comes to tax benefits and deductions. But be sure to check with your own CPA to see how it will impact your own personal situation. Now let's take a look at the pros and cons of a vacation rental property. Buying a vacation rental property can provide you a place for vacations while also offsetting some of your property expenses with rental income when you are not using it. Short-term rental rates are usually higher than long-term rental rates, and you can take advantage of all of the deductions. The property can appreciate in value, and you can enjoy your vacation rental when you want to. Now, some of the cons of buying a vacation rental property are that you have to pay the expenses whether the property is rented out or not. And if you don't manage the property yourself, you'll have to pay a property manager, and that makes the cost a little higher. Also, without good marketing and planning, cash flow can be inconsistent, and off-peak season generates a lower per night price. Because the Palm Springs area is a world-class resort destination, most properties here can yield high rents, but remember, it can still be seasonal. The greater Palm Springs area does rent year-round because of all of the events taking place here, and remember, the property you're buying needs to fit your lifestyle and your vision. Short-term vacation rentals are one of the best investments you can make. So if you're thinking of buying a vacation rental, be sure to give me a call. I can help you make that process smooth as possible. You really can buy a vacation rental for fun and for profit. Now be sure to watch my next video on the top 3 things to do in Indio.